Well, good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson, excited to be with you and share the news with you. I've got 5 stories in one here for you today. Okay, we've got some major corruption in Georgia. I've got the hierarchical, not the hypocritical nature of AOC. We're going to look into that real quickly. Also, a big story out of Pennsylvania with Governor Wolf, more corruption there. And then a serial killer, it's unbelievable, actually. And then the Dallas Morning News, which, by the way, is one of the worst papers I've seen. Their reporting is absolutely horrendous. Their editorial board sucks. And I'll show you another reason why today. But before I get into that real quickly, mypillow.com, promo code Lumberjack will save you up to 66%. And you can get one with the Lumberjack plaid case on it. Go to Neil Johnson Photos, neiljohnsonphotos.com. Save 10% on one item, 15% on 2 with promo code Lumberjack. Use the link for My Patriot Supply and so on down below. But this out of the Georgia Record, okay? And if you haven't ever been on the Georgia Record and the Johns Creek Post, they have real investigative journalism. And since it's their tagline, they really do a great job. But breaking, the Georgia GOP says no. Georgia Republicans are members of Chairman Schaefer's organization. This is shocking. This is how bad it is down there in Georgia. On Tuesday, these people they're redistricting true conservatives out. This is the worst example of the Republican Party in the nation. It is horrible in Georgia. On Tuesday, a stunning piece of correspondence was released from the Georgia Republican Party, Inc. by Chairman Schaefer's team through his appointed attorney, Vincent Russo, and Executive Director Brandon Moy. Russo stated the following: the Georgia GOP does not have members. Republicans are in shock. The pronouncement was a Georgia GOP executive response to requests for appeal process information from party members across the state who allege that the Georgia GOP continues to act improperly in preventing certain conservatives from engaging in the party apparatus. Since the 2020 election, countless attempts, respective of Georgia Republican Party state rules, have been made to retake and restore the GOP representation for the people of Georgia. But contrary to this executive response, membership status is woven into nearly every paragraph of the state rules for the Georgia Republican Party, Inc., signed by David Schaefer on June 17, 2020, and Rule 1.1 clearly explains who shall be members. The definitive claim that no person involved in the Georgia Republican Party is a member and therefore has no membership rights wields the crushing notion that party executives have the ability to withhold party resources from them at will, and they are. Not only that, remember, I did that other report. Georgia is so bad, the Republican Party down there, led up by Brian Kemp and Raffensperger and those clowns, that they have no tolerance for dissenters in their ranks, okay? I will put a link to that article down below. You're going to want to check out more on that. Now, also, AOC was caught partying maskless again in the free state of Florida, okay? Now, it would be no big deal if she wanted to go down there and do her thing if she wasn't trying to insult Ron DeSantis' policies. But here she is running to the very place she insults, running around doing the things that she says don't work. But it's not hypocrisy, folks. What you need to understand is it's hierarchy, okay? Now, so, just out of the post-millennial, AOC was caught partying maskless in the free state of Florida over the holiday weekend while her district struggles with a massive surge in cases. Masks and jabs are mandated in New York and in the U.S. House of Representatives. So she's escaping all that, okay? She's still lounging it up in Florida in large crowds and maskless, this time at a drag queen bar in Miami. Again, rules for me, but not for thee. People talk about hypocrite. But I thought the best statement on this was AOC's behavior is not hypocrisy, it's hierarchy. By openly flouting the same rules that she pushes on her constituents, she is signaling that she is powerful and does not have to abide by the same restrictions as the peasants, Pushaw said. That is the Florida press secretary, okay, down there. So it's I thought that was the best comment on it. And you know, she had gone on this little rant about how if Republicans are mad, this is AOC. can't date me because they just say instead of projecting their sexual frustrations into my boyfriend's feet, you creepy weirdos. She goes on this weird Twitter rant about how it's all about her. She's a bizarre one, okay? Now, this out of Pennsylvania, Governor Wolf has not been honest. Huge numbers of planes are coming into Pennsylvania carrying mostly illegal adults, not children. Because if you guys didn't catch this, a report was made about illegal aliens being, planed into Pennsylvania. So, Governor Wolf claimed that the flights of illegals into his state only carry children who were transported through the state. We have evidence that said this is not true. This out of the Gateway Pundit. Okay? And so the illegal aliens flying into Pennsylvania are mostly adults, and some are potentially very dangerous individuals. So we've got a Gonzalo El Chano Jorez Liman, age 51, is wanted for a 1996 murder of a man in Mexico. He potentially matches one of the individuals who recently disembarked on a plane at the PA airport in the dark. So they're doing this in the dark. They hide in darkness, folks. That's why we need to continue to shine a light on it. I will post links to all these articles down below. It is in the description. If you're on a mobile phone, you have to click that little down arrow. That will open up the description. It will also give you links to all my other social media accounts. Please follow me on some other places because, I don't know how long this is going to last over here. Seriously, it's what it is. I accept it for what it is. They're just, the censorship is real. And if you haven't ever tried being a creator, you won't fully understand just how bad it is. But just understand that, Dr. Malone, all those videos are being deleted. I mean, I don't understand. If he's not credible, I don't know who is. Okay? So, serial killer, this one I wanted to get out to you, who targeted women is now being housed in a women's prison because he's transgender. That's right. So a serial killer who targeted women claiming to have killed 9 is now housed in a women's prison. Okay? Donna Perry, born Douglas, has been transferred to Washington Correctional Center for Women under new laws that allow for this self-identification nonsense. Okay? He murdered 3 prostituted women. And now he goes to a women's facility. The defense in Perry's case actually had the audacity to claim that it was Douglas Perry, his former identity, who may have killed the women, not Donna Perry, his new identity. Now, all of this is designed, okay, the whole debate on this, I'm not talking about this case in particular. This case is a what do I want to say? Not a symptom, but it's a result of the policy. And the policy is designed to separate and divide Americans. Because what they do is they teach this CRT and this kind of nonsense in the colleges, and then they try to pit children against their parents, children with no life experience who don't understand how damaging this is. Not only to the individual women in this case, but also to this guy, okay? Now, Dallas Morning News, I mentioned before, I think they're absolutely the worst paper, but they have been blasted for a creepy report on Ted Cruz's 13-year-old daughter. I've always been a fan of Ted Cruz. I know some people don't like him. That's fine. But I have always appreciated how he stood up to McConnell and Graham and those guys in the Senate and called them out on their absolute unwillingness to fight during the Obama years. The Dallas Morning News is being widely slammed for a report on the political beliefs of Senator Cruz's 13-year-old daughter. In a report published on Thursday evening, their newspaper noted that during a TikTok live, the 13-year-old said that she disagrees with most of her father's political views. What you need to understand about this is the press finds this noteworthy. Dallas Morning News finds this noteworthy. But where were they on Biden's laptop or on Hunter's laptop or Ashley's diary? Those are actually adult children, okay? And with real damning evidence, real cases, okay? Not just the flippant ideas of a 13-year-old who has no life experience, okay? So that's what we're dealing with. I'm sure that the daughter is under a lot of pressure being the daughter of a senator, and then she gets this peer pressure. It's the same thing that happens in schools. Yet now we are talking about actual real problems with the Biden family and a case of money laundering with his art and so on, and they're completely disinterested in that. Okay? Again, more hierarchy. It's not only hypocrisy, it's hierarchy. Just remember that, folks. Remember, Promo code Lumberjack, mypillow.com, neiljohnsonphotos.com. And if you haven't subscribed yet, get on it. I love you folks. Peace out.